Hello coders, good afternoon. It's Sunday. It's 14:37. I'm a little bit late, I do apologize. Today we are going to continue working through the How to Code Well website, the new site. However, I had a crazy idea. So if I go over to here, I'll show you what we've got left to do, right? We've got loads to do. If I just bring that out here. Why did that's strange. Looks like there we go. The background didn't come through. So there's loads to do. So if I go to the backlog, there's huge amounts. What I was doing yesterday was going through all of this and creating sort of almost little sprints for certain sections. Forgotten password, emails, account profile, Stripe webhooks, the ability to get the code, featured courses, DevOps, and then of course testing. And then phase 2 are all the things that's happening after launch. And I was thinking about launch after I sent that email newsletter out today, and I was thinking how best to launch it. Because there's a feature freeze that's happening in September, and then there's a load of testing involved, and then marketing happens in November, and then it's going to go live hopefully in December. But I don't really want to have a big bang launch, right? I don't really want to have a sort of a big bang type thing. So what I was thinking of doing was creating a legacy version of the How to Code Well website as it stands, this thing here, howtocodewell.net, and also having a beta version. So this would become legacy, and then we would have the beta. So this would be legacy.howtocodewell.net, and then the actual howtocodewell.net homepage would allow you to link to legacy.howtocodewell.net or invite you into the new site. That's what I was thinking. And I was thinking, what's the best way of doing that? Like doing this. So obviously this is legacy. This is running, as I mentioned before, Symfony. It's a very old version of Symfony, but there isn't really anything there's no content management system. It's not doing anything dynamically as such. What you see is what you get. And I thought, well, hang on a minute. Couldn't I scrape my own site? And couldn't I then put that as in legacy mode? So that got me thinking. So I quickly scrabbled together a clone of this using Python with a web scraper. I like the fact that my advert here advertises my own course. Wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I need to do a little bit of work on another machine just to get the repository working, because what I did is I downloaded the whole thing using PyWebCopy, so it's a static version of the site, but there's a little bit of tweaking that I need to do, which I want to do in this stream, but I need to just wire up the repository, so just give me a couple of seconds or minutes whilst I do that. Essentially what I've done is I've ran it was PyWebCopy, downloaded the whole site, scraped the whole thing, put it into a folder, and I want to push this up to my repository, download it on this machine, and then go through it. And then once that's done, I will continue down this road of actually building the features for the new site. So give me a couple of minutes whilst I do that. Bear with me a second. So I'll just put that. Let's just go over to, where's here. Bear with me a minute whilst I do that. So okay, I'll explain as I do it on my other machine, which is over here. So bear with me. So what I'm going to do, so I've created a Git repository. I just need to add a remote. Let me just grab that. Right, so I was doing it in Python, and all right, let's do local history. No, how do you from PyCharm? I'm going to have to do this via the command line, I think. Oh, never mind. Okay, so come out of that. So you can't see this on stream because I'm doing it on another box, but if I did an ls, all right, that's fine. Let's do an ls of that. Yeah, okay, back, ls. Okay, let's do a git remote -v. I don't think there's anything there. No, git remote add, and then the git repository of any direction. Git what? Not a git repository. Oh, sorry, git init. Totally forgot how to do. Yeah. Okay. So git init. Yep, and then git remote add. There we go. Good stuff. And then what I need to do is push that up. So git push origin upstream master. I keep forgetting to do that. Git push okay. Yeah, git, and then of course I need to add the whole thing. Silly me. And then we do a git commit of just say adding files. Commit that down. And I was doing this like really rushed, so a load of the default options of Pi web copy is in, so and there's a ton of stuff that I need to push up, so that's going to take a while. And then whilst that's happening, I'll move over to my my streaming machine here. Let's open up a terminal window, just make that a wee bit bigger. Whoops, is that pushed? Oh, it's still pushing. Jeez. Crikey, how big is this? "46 megabytes. Okay. So, okay, let's just bring that down here. I'm going to go into cd how to code well. We'll do mkdir. Actually, no, I'll pull that down. Let's go to there. Let's go over to here. I'm just going to grab it from my Git account. How's that pushed? No. It's taking its time. Still struggling to push it all up. Alright, let's go to repositories, and then, okay, I've called it legacy website, so we're going to clone that down. So, cloning into. Excellent. So, it was originally a Python thing, but I think what I'll do is I'll run it in PyCharm, in PHP Storm, just because it's going to be HTML primarily. Alright, I'll drag that down here for a minute whilst I sort out my workspace. And that's the API, I believe. Yep. So I would like to do file open, and I would like to pull the legacy website that I've got running here. New window. There we go. So groovy. Okay. So it's still it's just pushed. So let's do a git pull on that. Poll. Yes. Bad revision head. What? Let's do this via the command line. Okay. Git pull. Okay, here we go. Ton of stuff being pulled down. I've literally scraped my whole website, so it's going to be quite a juicy pull. And of course, the idea. Here we go. Cool. So the idea here, of course. Come on. Wait for it. Come on. What's this? The following untracked working tree files have been overwritten by a merge. Please move or remove them before merging. Ugh. Let's commit these. So I guess what I need to do actually is create a git ignore file. That I can't spell. Hang on, what is on here? Nothing. Okay, and if we did git status, what have we got? Aha. So yeah, let's do new file dot git ignore. Yes, please. And we're going to ignore the idea. Cool. Let's do a git add on that or commit. Ignoring dot idea. Okay, commit. Excellent. Now can we do a pull? Pull failed from Bitbucket repository. Let's try it on here. Git pull. Oh, what have I done? I think this is because I've screwed up the. Yeah, I've screwed it up, haven't I? Let's just jump back into the command line. That's annoying. Let's just rm minus rv. Let's start again. Rm minus rv minus r. Let's not do v. Let's do f. And it was legacy. Okay, cool. ls. How embarrassing. Right, let's do a clone. I cloned it before I pushed all the things up from the other machine, so that's why it's getting into a bit of a weird sort of frenzy. So I should have cloned it. I was getting impatient. I should have cloned it after I pushed the changes from the other machine, and then I should have opened this up in PHP Storm. Yeah. Silly Binny. Silly me. It is legacy site. There we go. New window. It's now indexing. Come on. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so this was the Python thing that I created, and then what it did was scrape the website and also pull down various other bits and pieces as well. So the only thing that we need to worry about is how to code well, which is that one there. So I'm going to delete all of this. In fact, I could probably... Can I do all that? Delete that. And delete that. And can it would probably be best if I put that up to the build. Refactor. Move. Should have done that through command line, to be honest, but there's a lot to move. And then from here, if we did legacy, clear that down, we should be ls cd into build ls, there we go, howtocodewell.net, cd into howtocodewell.net. That's the scraped site. I should be able to do php-s. No, sorry. Invalid. Sorry, localhost. We'll do it on 8083. And then we should be able to go over to a browser and run it locally. Woohoo! Check that out. So that is a static version of this site. That was cool. You can see all the requests being made here. So this should be static. So what I'm going to do is quickly go through and just make sure all the pages are wired up. Make sure that everything works as expected. I don't think this is going off to... I'm not sure. I don't think I've got any dynamic content on here. Anyway, right. Let me just see what PHP Storm wants me to do. All right, let's delete that. Let's delete that. And then the idea is that I would create legacy.howtocodewell.net, push this up, maybe over like Netlify or something. And then that would be my sort of like, you know, if things go horribly wrong with the new site, I would just switch back to to that. Okay, let's try. Let's go to courses. Okay, so there looks like there's a bit to do. Let's do view all. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Oh dear. All right, so it's going to take me a bit longer than I thought. Hey, Mr. DB. Yeah, I'm fine. Good. Thank you. Sorry, just catching up with the chat. Sorry, I had half an eye on this. So yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week. I'm good. Thank you. Crazy tech. Yeah, it's quite a big challenge, this. Okay, so I mean, this is the old site, and the idea here is that I want to put this into sort of a maintenance, sort of a legacy state. So the idea is that when you go to howtocodewell.net, there'll be like the choice to either go to legacy or to get into the new site when we're at beta. That's the idea. So, okay, right. Okay, so I guess what I need to do is click through each one of these links, which there are a huge amount, and then see what's failing. So, for instance, if we go to courses, it's going to go to courses and then this crazy file. And this was built through through that Python script. So what it's done is it's created some sort of... It's created these funky links, which I'm going to need to tidy up and change. Okay, all right. So first up, right, this is a link to the wrong place. So let's take a look at where the headings lie. And unfortunately, because this is all static, I'm going to have to change it in loads of places. So yeah, let's look for. There's going to be a lot of string replacements here. So there's that. The courses. I'm going to do from here. I'm going to do find. I'm going to do replace in path, and I'm going to look for that, and I want to replace it with index.html because it should be that one there. So let's, it's founded in how many places? 70, no, that's the line number. Okay, let's do replace all. 6 occurrences in 6 files. Okay, that's not so much. Alright, so let's refresh this page. Now click on courses. Okay. So the next problem is that we have a problem with an issue with the styling. It's not being ported across. So let's take a look at the head of this. Hopefully, I mean, I thought this would be quite an easy thing to do, but obviously not. So that's coming through as assets there. That should be edit attribute. I think that needs to be like that. Let's give that a whirl. That would be in head, wouldn't it? It would be up here somewhere. Somewhere around here, I guess. Author, metas, no scripts. Here we go, I guess. Yeah, shop. And let's have a little gander on that. Let's see where that lives. Ah, it's using base. I gotcha. So this is different. This is shop. And this one is base. And I think this is because, if I remember rightly, when I originally built this, I wanted to do a base that imported. Aha. So, could I do an import instead? Can I import that? I'm not sure, because I'm not using... No, I don't think I will be able to. I think what I need to do is I need to do another find and replace. So we'll find the ones that don't work, which is this one. I'm gonna need to put this in some form of, there we go. Right, so this is what I need to find, and then this is what I need to replace it with, but obviously not with that. It's a bit fiddly, this, isn't it? So let's find that in all files. So let's go find and path, replace and path. That, and I want to replace and path. Replace that with this, I think. Just check those. Yep. Let's hit replace all. 21 occurrences and 20 files. Let's replace them. Now I need to get rid of this. Right. Now if I did a shift refresh, it's still broken. That's annoying. Do I need to change that to be... There we go. Okay, so it's missing the backslash. All right, never mind. We'll get there. We'll get there in the end. It's just a bit trial and error. So again, we're searching for this, and we want to replace it with that. All right, so let's do a find in path. Search for that. Oh no, sorry. Replace in path, not find in path. Beg your pardon. Replace in path. Find that and replace with... In fact, it's that, isn't it? But without that. There we go. Right, replace all. 22 occurrences and 21 files. That's fine. Let's now remove that. Let's hit save, refresh. That's good. Okay. All right. So we've now done that page. So that's courses. Oh wait, that's annoying. Hang on, courses. Courses goes to index.html. Fine. But courses.index.html goes to there. Oh, rubbish. I wonder if I can get away with not doing... as a podcast log, challenges, courses. Here we go. I wonder if I could get away with just doing that.
Hello, coders.
That might work, wouldn't it? Hey, Mr. Bit3, thank you for following. Thank you very much. You set the emojis off like an emoji explosion. Thank you. Yeah. Right, so let's refresh this page. Click on courses. There, we're back to courses, and we can do that. That's good. That's what I want to do. All right. So from here, click on courses, and that's going to go to index. So I've got to be careful with my I've got to be careful with that. Let's do another find and replace. Replace and path. We're finding course. Well, hang on a minute. No, that's not going to work, is it? Let's look for another page. Let's go to Discord. That really should be index.html, and down here, where do we see courses? It's in the here courses file. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Let's copy that, and let's do a find and replace that. No, replace and path. Actually, I'm going to do this so many times. What is the shortcut code? It is Shift, Command, and R. So let's try and get that running. There we go. Shift, Command, and R. Marvelous. Okay. So what am I wanting to look for? That, and I want to change it to that. There we go. Replace all. 11 occurrences. That looks good to me. Right. Let's just go through it. So how to code well, courses, and then if we go to Discord and then go to courses, that works. However, Discord, we need to change the top level links. So, okay, and I can see them here actually. All right, so here, let's do Discord. And what was it? Shift, Command, and R. Paste that in, but change that, take that off, to be join the Discord. That's not going to work, is it? I think this is because I'm on the Discord file. Discord. Yeah, should be and then Discord. I could just look for that. Couldn't I? Yeah, I could just do that. So Shift, Command, and R. Look for that, and then change that with that, I think. Let's do replace Discord. Yeah, that kind of works. Go to Discord. Yes, that does work. Excellent. So now I need to go into Discord itself and change that file to be index.html. Now refresh this, and we should, yes, get to the Discord. Okay, good. So we're getting there slowly, very, very slowly, but surely. So if we click onto this page, it should go to Discord. Marvelous. So we are getting there. We'll work through the top level links first, and then we'll go down through these crazy things. So, okay, so we've done course. Challenges should fire me off to another page, so I can quickly do that now. So this is the coding challenges. So if we did a replace and path, we search for this, and this should go to let's bring that up. Let's get the actual address. Code challenges.howtocodewell.net. So it should go to there. replace all. Yep, excellent. So let's take a look. Let's go back to here, refresh the page, click on challenges. That should fire off to... What have I done wrong there? Yeah, there's a spelling issue. Oh dear. Alright, let's just grab that. Again, do a find and replace. Find that. It's going to be a bit like this, unfortunately. Yeah, I blame my crazy ideas that I have after I send emails out to people. It was an interesting exercise actually when I did that, because as I was writing that email, that newsletter, I was actually thinking about it from how do I do it from launch? And then after I sent that out, I had this crazy idea. Whoops. Right, challenges should now go off to there. Good. And it should also go off to there if I go to courses, go to the home page and go to challenges. No. That's silly. Okay, let's grab that. Don't know why that didn't work. Take that off. Right, from the home page, click on challenges. Yes. From courses page, click on challenges. Yes. Okay. How to go? Well, okay. So courses is done. Challenges is done. Now let's go to the blog. So the blog. Oh Christ. Look at all of those. Oh dear. All right. Okay. Right. Which one is the? It starts with 3 double E or 3EA, 3EA, 3EA. Is that right? Yeah. Oh right, it's top level, so it actually comes to here, doesn't it? There we go. Let's refactor rename. Let's just and it should be the same for all of these. So that would be live. Refactor rename, that should be live. This should be contact, which I might take down, to be honest. This is about. Refactor rename. This one is courses. Refactor rename to courses. And then this one would be merch, which I think just goes off to the Teespring stuff. All right, so this needs to go to the blog. So what we could do is grab that, and then through the whole thing, all of this, we can do a click on here, do a find in path, find that should go off to blog. Now if we did replace all, Alright, so that's all gone to blog. However, unfortunately, I think I've screwed this up. I think I might have to do a shift replace on that, because this needs to go to /blog, doesn't it? Yeah. So replace and path. Grab that, and then do /blog, because when you're in a directory, it's not going to know what that's all about. Yikes. Emoji volcano, yeah, definitely. I'm just catching up with the chat.
Hello, coders.
Hey, little ball. Thank you for following. There's another one. Another emoji volcano. Mr. Bit 3 saying, I'm just learning To learn web development, and there is so much to learn. Best tip on how to not get overwhelmed. Oh, that is a very good question, as Mr. DB's said. How best tip not to get overwhelmed? I just get too excited and jump from one thing to another, because they are all connected. Before I finish the first thing, that's how I overwhelm. I getcha, yeah. Yeah, Mr. DB saying best to take it in steps rather than trying to learn as much as you can at once. Extremely good advice there. Avoid YouTubers. Oh yeah, sorry, that give bad advice. Avoid YouTube. I did see the second line. They give bad advice. Structure your learning if you can. Yeah, definitely. How do you tell when someone gives you bad advice? Oh gosh. Wow. How do you tell when someone gives you bad advice? I'm going to write this down, right? I'm going to write this down because I think this needs to be... I'm going to write this down. And I'm going to deal with that. That's a very good question. I've got a little note thing here. So who said that? It was yeah. That was Mr. Byte 3. There we go, copy that. I'm going to just put this down in my notes because this is something that I wouldn't mind talking about in a video. In my notes. I'm good, thanks, Exabyte 3. I'm good, yeah. Real tough questions they are. So the thing is, with advice on the internet, it's very difficult because everybody has their own experiences and they have their own biases. They have their own... So what's worked for one person might not work for all. And if you don't acknowledge that and you just spout off advice without accepting that your experience is going to be totally different to the next, then the advice that you receive, it may have been good for the person who gave that advice for them, but it might not be good for you. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Bit3. That's very kind of you. Thank you for subscribing. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Here, I will say cheers with my cup of tea. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's an interesting question. The thing is, with YouTube, there's a lot of people who will say things like, you have to do this, you have to do that. And again, it really depends on the circumstance and the experience of the people. So if you yeah, it's such a tricky question, that one. How do you tell if someone's giving you bad advice? I guess you become more aware of it the more experience that you have, because if someone says something that contradicts what you've learnt before, then you know obviously that that's starting to smell, right? So you can kind of sniff that out. But it's very difficult when you're starting out, right? When you're new to this. It's very easy to so okay, first of all, I would certainly avoid videos that say these are the programming languages that you have to learn in this year. Okay, so I've got a YouTube channel myself, and there is this thing that happens every year. You'll get this every year. You'll get a video from these people saying, these are the top 10 programming languages that you must learn this year. I would avoid those. Because that turns into a sort of a popularity contest, and it's like, you then start getting into the drama, the whole sort of, is Node better than Deno, is Vue better than React, that kind of stuff. So I would avoid things like that. That's a really good question, Exabyte. When I change my stream layout, why does the chat disappear? Yeah, definitely, Mr. Bit3. That's a really good way of putting it. So basically the same thing with love advice. Listen and filter. Definitely. And as you experience more, your filters become more enforced. Yeah. Very good. So I don't know about how Twitch deals with the chats when I do the swapping of the thingies. So maybe there's a setting I'm missing. I don't know. Learned about my channel from the TuneIn podcast. Really? Cool. Oh, I'm chuffed. Thank you.
Hello, coders.
Hey, Goldborg 92. There goes another emoji volcano. Boom. Thank you for following. I do appreciate that. Exabyte 3 is saying, why do I see static HTML? Isn't it supposed to be dynamically rendered? Okay. That's a good question. We are sort of many sprints into building the new How to Code Well website. The new website is powered by Symfony. In the back end, there's an API. There's a content management system. The front end is Gatsby.js. Excuse me. And the intention, the plan, is to launch it at the end of the year. And we've been working through this over the stream for like all year, basically. And I've been working on it in the background for the past couple of years. But my intention is to put it live at the end of this year. And I'm hoping that in September I can do a feature freeze. And today I was thinking about how I can actually do the transition between the old site and the new site. And what I was thinking of doing was creating a legacy, a subdomain, legacy.howtocodewell.net, which holds this old thing, this old website, and having and basically I've downloaded it all via a Python web scraper that I built earlier on. Or I didn't build it, I used it, was Pi web copy. Anyway, so I downloaded the whole thing as static HTML, which is here. And the idea is that I'm going to push this up probably via Netlify to that subdomain, and then have a holding page for the live site, and then use that as a sort of a production deployment ground, if you will, just by having a static landing page to say coming soon, that kind of thing. So yes, it's static at the moment, because I'm dealing with the legacy stuff, but I basically need to download my site as static HTML, tidy up these paths that we're doing here, and then we'll get on with all the crazy, wonderful world that is in here. This is what I'm working through. These are the features of the new site that's coming through. So there's going to be a lot of PHP coming soon. But for today, what I would like to do is just work through getting this as a static rendered. Yeah. So, where was I? Yes, so we were doing the blog, weren't we? That's what we were doing. So if I go to here and then refresh to blog. It fails. Go to courses, go to blog. That fails. Okay. So why are we failing? Let's go to courses, go to the index.html, and then take a look. Blog. Courses, blog. Here we go. That needs to go to /blog, I think. Let's just check that. So courses and then blog. We are in blog.html, but I think that can just go to blog and then that. Am I right in thinking that I can do that? So go to courses and then blog /blog. Wait, that needs to go to blog.html. That's why it's screwing up. So could I push this into there? I'll refactor that. So that now has a blog file. Let's change that to be, rename that to be index.html. And now refresh that. There we go. So we got the blog back. Good. So there's going to be a problem with this. This needs to go to... I thought I did all this. I thought I cleared all this out. That needs to go. Let's just copy that and put that up to here. This needs... I think this needs to go to /assets. And then that needs to be... I think it's shop. Yeah. Let's just call it shop. Let's just make it a little bit easier. Well, I might do that in a minute. So that needs to go to here, I think. Right, let's just try that out. Kind of. Sort of. Pager as well. Shop and then pager. Yeah. So scroll, go back to the index. So we need that, and we also need what I'm going to do is just for my own sanity, I'm going to just call this... The thing is, the web scraper tool that I was using has gone and put loads of these kind of random numbers and stuff in front of all the file names, and it's going to confuse me if I pager. There we go. Right, let's refresh this. Why are we still... Alright, I might have to have a look at that. Alright, let's grab that. Well, let's put that in and then copy that. The font awesome stuff needs to be dealt with as well. Oh dear. So I need to look for all of this, paste those in, go into index, and it was somewhere up here. Go to home. There we go. Okay, good. So now let's go to courses. Yeah. Paste that in. Contact. Come on. Click on contact, thank you. And it was... Yeah, and then hopefully... I mean, this is just going to be an annoying case of wiring things up, unfortunately, to create it static. But once this is done, that's done. Once it's done, you know it's done, right? And you can just... And hopefully I only have to do this once. I'm not looking at all to add any new features to this. Where's the head of this thing? Oh, this is Shopify. This is not Shopify. This is something completely different. This is it's gone and scraped the I think if I click on you, that should be going to oops, take that out. I think this is this is Teespring. My scraper got a little bit too excited, I think. Let's just delete that. I shouldn't have done that. Naughty me. I shouldn't have scraped the homepage of Teespring. Where's this? We'll do this now. That should be Teespring. Teespring. Ring. Let's try and find my store. How to code well. Is that the storefront? I think it is. Nope. No. Okay, let me find that quickly. Is there commas in? Is there two dashes to code dash? No. It would help if I just clicked on storefronts. There we go. Visit store. Come on, give me a link. There we go. Okay. So that's the storefront. Cool. And let's just drag that over here. Sorry, give me 2 seconds whilst I wire this up. There we go. Cool. Hey, Torpedo Condog. Thank you, Corn. Is that? I'm going to just say Torpedo. Hey, Torpedo. Thank you for following. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Nice beard. Right. There's a story behind that. So the idea with this beard, I haven't shaved it. I haven't shaved it since lockdown, and I'm not going to shave it until this site's live. So there we go. I'll trim it, but that's as far as it's going. So it's more of an incentive for me to get this done. In your opinion, so Exabyte is saying, in your opinion, what is the best way to learn cross-compatible CSS? I use Sass, which does a great job, but I'm not sure that is the best way to go. Or sorry, not Sass, CSS. Right. Interesting. That's an interesting question. In your opinion, what is the best way to have cross-compatible CSS? So let me just bear with me a minute whilst I check that. Hope it doesn't turn into a Gandalf beard. Okay, let me, because you can see in that image there, there's no beard. All right, I just want to pull something up. Bear with me a minute. I want to find something for Exabyte 3. Bear with me a minute. So, give me a second. Let me find. There we go. That's what I wanted to look for. Okay, I knew it was called something like this. Can I use? This is awesome. I'll put this in the chat. All right. Caniuse.com. This here is a really great website. You can basically put in like CSS stuff and even JavaScript stuff, I think, and it will say whether or not these particular whether certain browsers can use it or not. So, for example, Flexbox. So here we have a list of all browsers, loads, right? Well, not all of them, but a good set. And then here is the versions that they can be used. So, for example, in IE 6 to 9, you can't use Flexbox. In Opera 10 to 11.5, you can't, but then all of these you can. So there's so many different CSS properties out there that I highly recommend, if you're unsure whether things can or not be compatible, are or not compatible, then do check out this. And I think there is, different. You can, these are all the browsers that are on offer, and you can basically tailor this down. And there's also JavaScript and other things as well, HTML5. SVGs and bits and pieces in here, so do check that out. Thank you. The beard looks badass. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. I don't know if my wife will approve. Hey, I'm a Linux guy. I'm a Linux guy. I just use Mac, like for my own dev, for development, but everything I do is on Linux boxes eventually. Oh, my tea's gone cold. Sorry, I can't find the right button. It is that one. Okay, so that was the Teespring stuff going in. I probably need to put that in all the pages, I guess. So let's just. That's gonna be a pain. Let's put that down as that for a minute. Let's search for that across the board. And it's only in project. It's only one file. Darn. Is there like a... let's put that into here. There might be a common thing. Let's just pick something for random. Let's go to that, for instance. And let's see, it would be in the nav here. There we go, shop, file. So, let's just... Sometimes I wish I could have multiple things on my clipboard. Just because I'm doing multiple things at once. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so I want to look for that. Replace in path. I want to look for you, and then I want to replace you with that. Replace in path. Yes. That's looking better. That's loads of it. Alright. Replace all of them. Good. Oh. I've missed the... Oh, rubbish. I've missed the... I missed the quote. Rats. Alright, it was that, and I'm going to replace it with that. Is that right? Yeah, replace all. There we go, that's better. So if I go to, say, for instance, let's go back a bit. So homepage, then hit shop. Not shop, sorry, homepage, hit merch. The homepage doesn't work. But does courses work? Oh, what's going on there? What happened to courses? Courses. What happened to courses? That should go into here, right? But it's lost its... it's lost its CSS. Where is the... Oh. Silly me. Yeah. I can see that this is going to make me... This is going to turn me mad, I think. Insane. There's so much... I thought this would be a quick, snappy job, but it's... it never is it, in this kind of field of work, is it? So let's hit merch. That should now... No. That's on the home page. This is on here. This should go to Teespring, and it's going to there. Ugh. So that should go to here. Copy that. Paste that in without the double L. Ridiculous. Okay, hit that. Oh no, I'm in the wrong... No, that's... There we go, hit that. No, refresh. Shop. That's better. Right. Redirect. Okay, courses. Good. Wow. Okay, so now can we go to the... Nope, the courses doesn't work either. This is... This is infuriating. Oh wait, I've gone and totally screwed this up. This needs to be shop. Oh dear. There's that. That needs to go to /shop, I think. Which I haven't built yet. I've got an interesting idea. Why don't we just deal with this and then just paste it, do it once, and then just paste it throughout the whole thing. That's probably a good idea. Otherwise I'll just keep wasting my time. Let's do shop. Let's do courses. That's fine. This is blog. We don't need to have that anymore. This is Discord, so that's just /Discord. This is subscribe, so that's fine. Again, to here. Subscribe. And then this is, what's this? This is the podcast, which is https / howtocodewell.fm. And then this is /live without the HTML bits here. Let's tidy up the actual code. That should go over to there. There we go. Okay, so now this block is done, regardless of what page I'm on. So let's copy that and let's work our way from the top. So let's do images. That's fine. Blog. Okay, is there a way? I'm going to put this on my notes a minute. Bear with me a second. Let's just create a new one. Let's go to here and copy this stuff. All right. So basically, if I did Control-Shift-R, I want to find all of that. And yeah, that's good. That's loads of places. Good. And I want to replace it with all of that. Let's hit replace all. 54 occurrences. Yeah, we go. There we go. That's looking better. Why though have I... There's a nav, there's a UL, there's an LI. It just looks a bit rubbishly formatted. Okay, that's better. All right, let's take a look. That was a big change. So if we go to blog. What? I thought I... Oh, wait. Did I just do it in the blog section rather than in the index? Yes, I must have just done that. Anyway, let's just grab all of that, paste that into here. This is the fixed stuff. No, wait, that was wrong. It's this stuff. Ugh. Silly me. There we go. Right. Let's now come out of this. Let's hit refresh. Let's go over to blog. There we go. Now we're in the blog section. Sweet. Okay, so that's that done. The shop needs to be done. Course. Is that course or courses? I forget. Let's click on course. It is course, I think. Let me see. Course. No, it's courses. Yeah, it's courses. I need to change that. Damn. Alright, let's put that back in my clipboard a minute. And then paste that in, and then also paste it in for that no longer exists now because it's replaced by that. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, so that means therefore if we go to Discord, this needs to be replaced as well. In fact, if I was to copy that and paste that into here, there we go. Can I do a copy? Let's do it site-wide. So let's do a find and path. Sorry, not a find and path. A replace and path. Replace all of that because it's going to be a bit different, and replace it with that. Replace all. Okay. Gosh, this is turning out to be quite the challenge. Let's hit Discord. Okay, good. We're at Discord now. That's good. And it should be a case of like how to code well, Discord, how to code well, courses, Discord, suite, and then let's do blog. Great, Discord, and then blog. Yep, good, sweet. That's going off to the challenges stuff. And then courses. Okay, I think we're almost there with the main nav. It's only taken us like an hour. So merch goes to Teespring. That's fine. Shop, what does shop do? Shop goes to nothing. Shop needs to go to here. So that needs to be I think this here needs to be changed. Well, definitely that does. And I think this needs to be a index, I think. So if we go over to here and click shop, that goes to recommend. Yes, good. Okay, so then it's up here, isn't it? That I need to do the CSS and pager. So let's refresh here. There we go. Okay. So it's not brilliant by any stretch of the imagination. I'll have to go through each one of these, I think, at some point. So we click on here, we go to shop. Great. Courses. Challenges goes off to somewhere else. Blog. Discord. Subscribe is the next one. Vim, it has multiple clipboards. Apparently, Exabyte's saying. I'm starting to think that maybe I should be using a bit of Linux magic here to do like sed and stuff like that to do some finding and replacing like site-wide. So that should be index. Okay. Okay, my fault, you misunderstood. Yeah, I meant in the way that some properties are different. Some are prefixed with WebKit MS. Oh, okay. I meant that I couldn't. I see. Sorry. Oh, didn't that link work? Sorry. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me a minute. Did that? I can't see my comment in the chat, but did this not pull through? Let me just grab that. looks good. Okay, but I misunderstood your question, didn't I? I meant some properties are different. Some are prefixed with WebKit, yeah, because of Safari. Microsoft, blah blah blah. I meant that. Okay. I see. Yeah, okay. Some properties out there. Yeah, I mean those things are those prefixes are specific to certain browsers. So, for example, a good example is like the scroll bar. So, for instance, if we go to CSS Scroll Bar, so you would use like the WebKit scroll bar track, because there isn't like a definitive way of doing the scroll bar. So you would have to do it via WebKit. It's tricky to learn this stuff. It really is, because there's so many different ones. So I guess my advice is to know what CSS property you want to use, and then use that can I use to see if it exists in that particular browser, and if not, what is the polyfill to get around that. There is also this thing here. I've just remembered there was this Modernizer. Let's try and find that Modernizer. I've used this a bit back in the day. Put this in the chat as well. So Modernizer tells you what HTML and CSS JavaScript features your user's browser has to offer, and then it polyfills them. I think it polyfills them. So it's no, I haven't used this in years, and I remember when I did use it, it was pretty big. So I mean, it might be smaller now, but it's a good way of detecting what the user's browser can and can't do, and then try and replace the features by those features with something that they can do instead. So it kind of like downgrades it, degrades it gracefully. And also you can use it just to detect, is Flash on, for instance. So let me see. They've changed this since I last looked at it. It was years ago since I did look at it. Modernizer is a small piece of JavaScript code that automatically detects the availability of next generation web technologies in your user's browser. Rather than blacklisting entire ranges of browsers based on UA sniffing, so like sniffing the actual headers of stuff, which isn't always great. Modernizer uses feature detection to allow you to easily tailor your user's experience based on the actual capabilities of their browser. With this knowledge, Modernizer gives you, with the knowledge that Modernizer gives you, you can take advantage of these features in browsers that can render or utilize them, and still have an easy and reliable means of controlling the situation for browsers that cannot. Yes. Although I know that this doesn't really answer your question. It was just a bit of a tangent from that. Because you were asking what's the best way to learn. That's a very tricky question. One I've got down in my notes, and I'll have a think on that. All right, so subscribe. That needs to go to subscribe, the indexed. That's what it needs to do. So if I refresh this, yes, good. So let's grab these two, paste it into here. I hope I can do this. Like I really do, because if I can't, then I've essentially wasted a stream working through something that is static. And there we go. Cool. Okay, so that's subscribe. So let's see if we can go Discord, subscribe, blog. Can't go to blog. Where was that? I was on subscribe there. Darn it. So there's something going on with these headers. Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many features that I need to do to build in PHP for this, the actual website that I'm trying to achieve here. This just does feel like I'm going a bit backwards, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Discord, subscribe, Discord, subscribe. Okay, but if I hit subscribe, that's fine. Discord, subscribe. Okay, blog, Discord, subscribe, blog, subscribe. So blog doesn't work. No. All right, let me look for that. Let me look for that in the code. I hope I haven't just gone down a massive rabbit hole and this is not, you know, if I can't get this done today, then that's it. I'm not spending any more time on this. Essentially, because I can't afford to do this. So blog, that needs to go to /blog, doesn't it? Replace all. All right. So go back to here, click on blog. No. Discord. Blog. Blog is going to blog. That's not right. Blog. That's the blog page, which is in here. Scroll. Click on the index. And I think if I can get this done, I will have to look at the error logs, a lot. And then there we go. That's the problem. And actually, that whole thing needs to change. There we go. So blog. Oh, come on. Blog. There we go. Blog. Discord, blog. Discord, subscribe, blog. Subscribe, blog. Discord, blog. Courses, blog. No, that's... clicking about now. Courses, blog. Courses. Right, good. Shop. Blog, shop. All right, good. Okay, now live takes me to here, and then can I do blog? Yes, live, subscribe, live, Discord, live, challenges, that's off-site, live, courses, live, merch, that's taking me to Teespring, shouldn't do that, live, and then the homepage. Good, okay, whew. Is there a rule of thumb as to when you can realistically ignore an out-of-date browser version? Such as how many versions, years versions, when that's a really interesting question. That's a really, really interesting question. So I remember celebrating when the my current employment, my current team that I was working in, decided that they weren't going to support Internet Explorer 6. That was a big day. That was a big day of celebration. I think we had beers. So there really isn't a rule of thumb. It really depends on what the project is and how and what the browsers are that your users are using, right? So it's a great question to ask. It's one that's really valid. And I think that before answering that question, you should detect what browsers are currently using your site, and track them over time. And if you can see that there's a downgrade in certain versions of Chrome or certain versions of IE, then you can remove those. You don't want to be making more work for yourself, so you don't want to be working on browsers just for a very small subset of users. Unless, of course, those users were, power users. So you kind of need to ask that question of, not only how many users of of this version of Internet Explorer use the site, but what is it that they're actually using it for? And then there's a piece of trying to, if you can, educate those users to upgrade. So either sending them emails or something, just saying, you know, please upgrade, or having a banner that detects the older version and putting that up and just saying you're using an old version of such and such. It's recommended for security reasons that you upgrade to this, and we'll no longer support your browser in a certain period of time. That's how I've done it before. But the thing is, I've also worked on projects where we have to use old stuff. We have to use old versions of especially Internet Explorer, because that's what the users were using, and we had no choice. So there isn't like a standard thing. It really depends on what your project is and who's using it. Rylex, hey Rylex, joined late. If you are talking about CSS, you could just write SCSS and the compiler will automatically add those other tags for your other browsers. Oh. Thank you. I have some water here. Oh. Thank you. Okay. So, right, I think the top level's done. Where does that go? That goes to my YouTube channel, does it? Okay, so that needs to change. So if we go to the index file, whereabouts is that? Where does that live? Here. Alright, that needs to change. So if we go to up to there, do a Shift Command R, find that, and then, oh, there's only in one place. Oh, hang on, I'm in directory, in project. Okay, let's go back a couple of levels. That's weird. Why is it only in that place? Strange. Anyway, this needs to be changed to HTTPS youtube.com/how-to-code-well. There we go. And then this is playlist, isn't it? Tuesdays. This is Twitch. I think what I need to do is just copy that again. Put this in my notes as the change, and let's take it. Not that one. Yeah, get away. That one. Don't want to see my face. Let's have a look at where would it be? It would be somewhere down here, wouldn't it? That's the tag manager. There's the thingy. Perhaps I haven't put this on every page. Maybe not. Because down here now we've got some Cloudways jobbies. So this is banners. I reckon I could probably kill some of this, to be honest. I reckon I could get rid of a lot of this stuff. So, is there any adverts on this page? No, there isn't. Is there any adverts in this page? No, there isn't. Okay, good. Challenges. That goes off to there. Let's go to, where was that? What am I looking at? This is in blog. So, let's go down that rabbit hole. Let's click on this one. Yeah. So that would need to be, I'm going to definitely need to use some regex and some tidy up work. I need to remove all the numbers and the underscores. Yeah. So what's this for? What's that? Okay. Just having a look at the top level of this stuff. So let's go down to the index. Let's work on the homepage first. I think that's probably a good start. So this thing here is the weekday stuff. So this is these things. So that is HTTPS twitch.tv/how-to-code well, and then this here is HTTPS how-to-code-well.fm. I don't do it anymore on Wednesdays. Whoops. And then this, I guess, will just go to the YouTube channel. So this would be another link to HTTPS youtube.com/how-to-code well. I think this was going off to a playlist of programming tutorials, but we'll leave it there for now. All right. Okay, scroll down. So this is Docker in Motion, which I think I can just do that. We'll have a look in a minute. So that's Docker in Motion. So if we go to courses and then Docker for beginners, Docker in Motion. Okay. So that needs to be in a folder and that needs to be in the index. So we need to do Docker in, and I think it's probably a good idea to work on the courses first, Docker in Motion, because I might be able to just get rid of the blog just for argument's sake, because this is just a holding thing. Maybe, I don't know. Paste that in, and then do a refactor rename. Okay, good. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to... I wonder, though, could I think it's the same header as this, isn't it? So I might be able to get away with... Yeah, I might be able to get away with just doing this once and then just pasting it in. So that should be courses /Docker in Motion. There we go. Then that's the JPEG. I don't know if that works. And then this is a link to... Why is there a... Hang on. Docker in Motion. That doesn't make sense. Oh, that's the image. Sorry, that's the image. And then this is the... Okay, fair enough. I'm with you now. Docker in Motion, and then that again is another A tag. Yikes. Okay, and then down here is my hands-on with microservices jobby. This file is courses index. This is where I'm here. So if we... Let's try that out. So if we go to courses, why is that putting in... Hang on. What's going on there? Courses is putting in some rubbish. It's putting in some rubbish. If we go up to index, there we go. So courses, there we go. And if we click on here, that should go to courses Docker in Motion, and that should go to courses Docker in Motion. That should be an index. .html, which it is. So if we refresh this, there we go, and then we need to obviously do the various bits and pieces for the CSS. So I think I should be able to get away with copying the header. So let's say from the nav upwards, so all of this I should be able to copy from here, I think. Paste it in, save. Oh no, that's not from the header, not from the nav, from the header. Here we go. Where's PHP includes when you need it? Okay, good. good. So that's the link to Docker in Motion. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's have a look on that. So that needs to go off to, well, all the images are in, which is great, but obviously the links don't work. All right. So that's the navigation. Then down here, this should be HTTPS. And I think, yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's definitely that. Okay, good. That's the link to the GitHub stuff, so that's that. I can see the pattern now. What's happening is that it's gone and it's yeah, I can see the pattern. And then that's Docker Hub. So the slashes here should be HTTPS, and then Docker Hub, and then there is this thing here, which needs to be removed. Well, that whole thing, that needs to go. And then the forum is the same link as that. So that goes in there. The website is HTTPS dockerinmotion.com, and we can get rid of this stuff. Yeah, it's just this stuff from the legacy, when the Python crawler crawled it, that's all. And then this is all good. And then, okay, paste that in again. Gosh, there's so many things here. And then links to various things. So this would be HTTPS. And then we get rid of that. Okay, I gotcha. So we get rid of everything up to there, everything up to here, and we'll do the same for this one. And then we change that to be HTTPS, because this is using the bit.ly stuff. There we go. So we can copy that, paste it in. There we go. Good. And obviously on this one. And I think we're nearly there. That needs to get removed. I'm going to remove that anyway. Well, actually, no, that should be... I'm trying to get away from tiny letter, but I import all the tiny letter subscriptions over to MailChimp before I push the thing out, so I'll leave it for now. I'm not supposed to be fixing this site. I'm supposed to be just putting this as a legacy thing, so yeah. And okay, I think learn how to. That's not even the right address. That should be youtube.com/how-to-code-well. There we go. And then what's this? This is Instagram. That is Facebook. Oh, gosh. Oh, we're in the footer now, aren't we? We're in the social links. So we only have to do this once, and then I can copy it across. Okay, fair enough. That's not so bad. So HTTPS, because this is we're now down to this thing here, which is on all the pages. So we only have to do this once. So that's good. So Instagram, how to code well, so we can get rid of that. That is YouTube, that is Instagram, this is Facebook. HTTPS. How to code well on all the things. And then this is Twitter. HTTPS. Bear with me a minute. Let me get through this block of code first before I dive back onto the chat. Give me a second. And then this is Patreon. HTTPS. And then there we go. Why is that? That's not right. That should be, again, how to... I think it's how to code, because when I set this up a long time ago. Let me just double check that. Ooh. Yep, good. Okay, so that looks like this section bit is done. So let's go back to the code, mo, refresh. Okay, so I'm going to just right-click open in Pages and see which one has failed. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, sweet. Get rid of those. Good. And that. Okay, good. Good, so we can copy this chunk of code to the other things. I think I'll also do this as well. And then, yeah, I'll do all those. Let me have a drink. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back up the top here to the chat. I never knew you could do that. Thank you for letting me know, Rylex. I didn't realize you could do that. Auto prefix the last 4 versions. And that's super handy. Thank you for letting me know. Exabyte's saying that there's a problem with Docker in motion. It should be index.html. I think I fixed that. Yes, index.html. Yeah. Sorry, I fixed that. I didn't see it. So this is a static. Sorry. No Miodas is saying, so this is static in the origin of both the origin and the host. Fun fact, I'm working on Docker project too. Yeah, so the idea, the plan, the ultimate plan, is that this will be, this is the legacy site. So this is the site that isn't, that I'm trying to deprecate and remove, but obviously what I want to do is kind of keep it as a, A, for a backup reasons, and B, I want to somehow allow beta access into the new world, into the new site, and I probably do that sort of like November time, October, November time, depending on how things go, because there's so many things that I need to do. So the idea is that once this is, I'm going to probably put this on Netlify when it's all done, and it's just a case of wiring, I think, wiring all the links in the right places. Put it on Netlify, put it onto legacy.howtocodewell.net, and then the homepage for howtocodewell.net will either offer you to go to the legacy site or give you, or have like sort of a mailing list subscription type thing where you can sign up, and then I'll send you it'll sign you up to the latest newsletter, but it'll also inform you of when the new site is going to go live, and then have the ability to go to the new site and then have like a beta label on it. So this is just me doing a little bit of maintenance to make sure that I have a backup to go back to if things go horribly wrong when I do launch the site in December. Okay, so this needs to go to shop, books. This is Python, so that we can get rid of that. I'm gonna have to sort all this out again. So this is shop. This is PHP. Shop. I think this would be a folder, wouldn't it? So it would be that, like that. Or it probably, no, it doesn't need that. It just needs that. It doesn't need the directory. Yeah. And then I guess what I'll have to do is do something to the redirects in Google, because I have a ton of links, obviously, on the internet linking to these things. So I've got to be careful. I've got to be super careful. The idea is that all links going to How to Code Well would go to legacy.howtocodewell until, and oops, what have I done there? Why is that going to... Hang on, what am I doing here? That's not... What's this about? Free program doc. This should be... That's not right. That should be going to... Surely that should be going to courses. Or... Oh, I'm in course. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so that would be... Courses. There we go. And then that would be like that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm really hoping that I can get this done by December. You know, the whole build. But I don't know. Some days I think that it's doable, and then some days I'm like, no, I've taken far too much on, and I've given myself. I mean, I was getting really annoyed with it. Yesterday, I was trying to deal with this such a simple thing, which should be simple, and it was an issue with PHP. I'm not going to say what because it's embarrassing, and I was just struggling with it, and I was just like, this is taking me hours, and I can't do it. I'm never going to get this done. And then I got into that sort of downward spiral of just being very annoyed with myself. When that happens, it's usually a case that I just need to go for a walk. But we're self-distancing, so yay! Oh, good. Rolex is saying I'm learning Rust. Oh, wow. What are you building in Rust? What's this? Where's this going? PHP control structures. Okay, that should come out of it. Yeah, what are you building in Rust? Hello world. Sweet. Yeah. I've played with Rust. I did it like over a weekend. I was intrigued. And I gave myself like a weekend to play with it. It's quite nice. But I mean, only from a weekend's perspective. But it was quite nice to play with. But it's not something that I would do. I don't think. I couldn't see a use case for it. And this is the silly add this widget, which would be, I think that's coming off of. Yeah, that looks like it's coming from an external source, isn't it? Let's have a little look. That should be... Let's get rid of that. If the pattern is correct, that should download us a file, should it not? Yes, it should. Okay, good. All right. Okay, I think that's the footer. Let's go and have a little look. Alright, so we've done all this, so let's do open. Now this is going to fail, but I just want to take a look at the address. That looks good. Shop, books, Python. Yes. Alright, let's do the rest of them. So that would be books PHP, that would be books Docker, that would be MySQL, that would be AWS. Yes. I mean, I haven't set them pages up yet. So then here, let's do open in tabs again and see where these go. So that would be courses, Docker for beginners. Yep. This would be courses, Linux Bash for beginners. Yep. That would be PHP CLI. Basics, which is kind of half-baked. And then that would be Python for Beginners. Yeah, I think that is good. So then here, let's open these up. So that's going to go off to Manning, which it does. That goes off to Udemy, which it does. That goes off to Skillshare, which it does. That goes off to Udemy, which it does. Sweet. And there was that one, which goes off to... Ooh, something's wrong. What's wrong with that? Technically, that should be the same as this one, I think. Oh. Okay, I'll have to have a look into that. But, it's just in the footer, so it's not a massive deal. It's not I can quickly adjust that. Okay, in fact, I think what I'm going to do is just get rid of... yeah, I'll make that decision. I'll make that decision later, I think. Let's grab the HTML and all the things from section... Subscribe to the newsletter. Where's the best place to sort this? I guess it would be here, right? So all of that from here. So let me just see. If we go to here, let's get rid of this for a minute. Yeah, so it'll be all of that on all pages. All right, let me grab that a minute. So that would be, put this in my notes. And then I guess it's a case of finding something like this, and it would go all the way up to, where was that section? Free courses. I want to find where the newsletter starts. Here, newsletter section. Yeah, so that is the stuff that I want to look for. So that's the old. So I'll put that into my notes as well. Okay, cool. Let's do, from this point, let's do a Control-Shift-R, or Command-Shift-R. Paste in the old stuff, and then replace that with the new stuff in project. Well, there's not a lot. There we go. All right, let's replace those. Oh no. Oh, that's a fail. The box is too big for the... If I just press enter, yes, there we go. The box was too big for my window. Oh, nice, using it for low-level sockets. Sweet. That's a good idea. All right, let's just see on here. If I clicked on there, am I going to go off to... No, so that didn't work. It is from there to section social links, newsletter sign up, to here. Copy. Replacement path. Let's find that. Why do I only have... All right, that should hopefully have sorted that. So let's go to here. That goes to YouTube. Yes, it does. Sweet. Okay, and then just doing some spot checks. Okay, that's fine. I'm aware of that. Docker for beginners. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that section now is done, I think, on most pages. Let me just see. I'm not 100% sure that's done it on all the blog. No, it hasn't. All right. I think we just have to keep. Yeah, it's because of the formatting isn't correct. That's annoying. Let's do it from there. Replacing path. Search for that in project. Why is there only one of them? Anyway. So what's this one then? Oh, there is some crazy formatting going on here. I think what I need to do, just to make sure everything is conforming, is I need to refactor the whole thing. And I can't remember how to do that. It's reformat code, there we go. Clean up code and run it on everything. This is going to take some time. This is now formatting every single file, because this will now remove all the spaces and the tabs and stuff, which I'm finding difficult when I'm doing the find and replaces, because some files are different. So they should all now, hopefully, fingers crossed, they should all be formatted. So if I was to click on a random one like this and scroll to the bottom, this should be in the same format. Yeah, I should have done that at the start, to be honest. Oh well. Right, so if I was to grab this and then do a find, a replacing path, and I want to replace this, yes, there's loads of files. Good. In project. There's loads of them. Okay, cool. And I want to replace that with that. Replace. Yes. Okay, that should now have replaced all of them. So, yeah, it's having to do a bit of an index there. So let's take one random, let's do a Discord, and then scroll to the bottom, and then click on YouTube. That should... Oh, that didn't work. Why? Why did that not work? It was Discord, it was here. So why did that... Oh, this is annoying. It looks like the same thing. Typically, it's only found that one. Okay, good. All right, let's do some more spot checks. So let's do subscribe, and then let's click on you. No, that didn't work either. Right. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. Come on, there must be a better way of doing this. For some reason, my searches are not picking them all up. Maybe if I do this in smaller blocks, that might work. So, for example, that's the footer. Let's do that's social links. And what's this? Flexbox. Outer column. Or maybe this doesn't even have it. Let's have a look. No, it does. It does. It would be social links. Oh no, of course this one doesn't have the newsletter because it's the newsletter page, of course. Silly me. Yeah, let's do this in little sections. That's probably a good idea, right? So what I'll do here is I'll copy that, replace in path, and we'll find just that. There we go. There's tons. All right, and then we will copy. It was social links. That, paste that into there. Make sure that there's a section at the top here, and there's a section. Okay, good. Replace all that. Yes. Okay, so let's go to here, refresh the page, and click on that. That should take me to YouTube. Yes, it does. All right, so that was that. Now I need to deal with this stuff. So let's go to code. So underneath here, we've got the footer.
Hello, coders.
I think we should be able to get away with just doing that, I hope, because it should be the same. Hey, the interaction master. Thank you for following and setting off my emojis. Bang. Okay, bear with me a minute. Something's flashing up on another screen. Give me a second. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Sorry. So I just saw in the corner of my eye something flashing, and I should start a radio station. DJ Fisher FM. Am I any good at JavaScript? Define good. I'm okay. I'm alright. Happy to take a question. There's many people on our Discord server who could answer coding questions. Okay, so I'm doing this thing here. You know, have you ever felt when you take on a task like this and you're like, oh, this is such a great idea. This is such a great idea. And then you get 2 hours into it and you're like, this is not a good idea. This is the worst idea I've ever had. Yeah, I'm kind of there. That's kind of where I am at the moment with this. You live and learn. You live and learn. Right. So it was from the footer down, right? Replacing path. Gosh, this is my day. What did you do over the weekend? Well, you know, I downloaded the entire How to Code Well website and I decided that it was a great idea to do it as a static site, but then I didn't realize how many links I would have to change. So, you know, that's what I've been doing all weekend. Because I'm an idiot. The thing is, I got to the stage where it's like, if I give up now, then it's a total waste of my time. And it's like, I know that there is eventually going to be an end to this. It's just a case of getting there. It's like walking up a hill, and you're like halfway up the hill, and you're looking up and going, oh, if I continue on, I'll get there eventually. Oh, thank you for saying that. That's really kind of you. So I do have a podcast. If I put in the link there, if I go to command podcast, oopsie, ST, there we go. Yeah, Nightbot, pick that up. So howtocodewell.fm. So I do a podcast every Friday, and of course the YouTube channels and this too. I've interviewed some really interesting guests on the podcast. Yeah, about web development and programming, and careers and all of that. So now is that fixed? Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Obviously, I need to build the pages, but that's done. Good. All right, let's do another spot check. So, where are we? Subscribe. Let's do live. Haven't been there for a while. Live. Why is live the homepage? What have I done? Oh, hang on. Live. Hang on, that's not good. Live. That should take me to a... Well, technically, it should be that, but... It's not. I don't think so. Hang on. Getting myself super confused. Where is that going? Because it isn't going there. So we're in here. That's the blog, the courses, the Discord, the shop, the subscribe. So there should be a folder that says live, and that should go in there, and that should be index. That's how it should be. Interesting. So now it works. So that's the heading. It's Twitch embed. There we go. And then that's the Twitch embed stuff. So if we change that to be HTTPS, change all of that rubbish, and then refreshed here, fingers crossed, we should see myself. Can I wave to myself? Hello.
See myself. Can I wave to myself?
There we go. Okay, so that page is done. Apart from the footer and everything. Ugh. Apart from all the other things that need to happen on that page, the page is done. Oh gosh, I have to laugh otherwise I'll cry. Right. So section newsletter. Where's that? Here. Section newsletter. All the way down to there. Let's grab that. I'm just grabbing it from my notes. So from that all the way down to here. There you go. Right. Let's. I don't really want to go back to there, but kind of need to if I pause that. So yeah, I can have a look now. These are all coming out in the same links. That's good. All right. What am I going to do when I finish this? What am I going to do with this? Okay, when I'm finished with this. So when I do the replacement website, the howtocodewell.net, the replacement for this site, I will just put this as an archive, back it up. It's just I'm doing this for the period of time between now and when I do put the howtocodewell.net, the new site, live. It's kind of like my the backup in case anything goes horribly wrong. I can just switch it back, and it's static, so well, it will be now after I've dealt with it. So yeah, this is kind of my way of sort of freezing this project, the old project. Yeah, but what am I going to do after this is done? I'm probably going to have a whiskey. and have a cry. Right. Okay, so the live is done. Good. I guess what we should do is go through the courses, right? Because I've created the course links down here, so let's do that. Actually, let's do the shop first before we do the courses. It's probably a good idea. So let's do the shop. So that's going to go to here, and there's a whole bunch of fail with these. I'm hoping it's going to be sort of a case of tackling just the paths of things. Yeah, like that. I reckon I could probably get away with doing this. So let's do not H. Oh no, not H. R. That's what. Command R. There we go. Find that. Replace with HTTPS. And if that was yeah, I reckon I could get away with that. Okay, and then I need to remove all of these. I think I do. I think I need to remove all that. So anything in a link that has a crazy little letter and number, nus, and then dash dash. Now, do I do this in an automated fashion? Because I think they all follow that pattern. So let's see. I want to scroll to the top. Let's search for a .jpg. And let's go here. Okay, let's remove that. Let's remove that and that, and yeah, and that should be, and that should also be dot. That should also be /assets. So let's try that. That should be /assets. Replace. Right, let's save. Let's get rid of that one as well. Right, we should hopefully see some more images. Say that image is there. There. Okay. Cool. So let's have a look at this. Assets, images, shop, and then so it would be assets, then images, then shop. Oh, rubbish. They've put the numbers on. Oh, I was trying to be clever. It doesn't work. Let's Control Z all of this back. Damn. I think it's okay. It's definitely okay with the links, but not the actual. Yeah, but not the actual images, right? So yeah, okay. So let's have a look. So that should still be HTTPS. No, sorry, that should still be /assets. This is PHP in action, which is that one there. So that should still be there. Yes, it is. All right. Okay, that's fine. That looks okay. So then this here, beginning PHP and MySQL. That's Python books, PHP. Beginning PHP and MySQL. The image. Because this is going off to Springer.com. Yes, this means that I need to remove that. Oh, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? And that. I think. Let's hit save. Let's refresh. Ooh, this is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be nasty. So anywhere that isn't how to code well or /, I need to take off that. And that. And that. And unfortunately, there isn't really a pattern I can match. So if it's save, then hit refresh. Come on. So what's that? That is... I don't know what that is. Oh, hang on. Do I need to get rid of that as well? And that. Oh dear. And that. Because this is all. And that's fine. That's okay. I think that's fine. Yeah, because it's PHP in action, we've got that. Oh, rubbish. What have I done? I've really ruined this, haven't I? I've totally blown this page up. Does this go anywhere? No. That's no. So Control Z. But that doesn't go anywhere either. Oh dear, I've broken it. Let's have a look at the actual website and have a look at what it actually should be. Now I have been told that the actual website doesn't have all the relevant. No, yes, it's this one here. I'm actually thinking about doing just grabbing all of that and just pasting all of that into here. Is that going to work? Refresh. Apart from the books are in, but apart from the that's fine. That's fine. It's the CSS. It's the CSS. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe I should just do that. That looks okay. Yeah. Assets. Here we go. That should be shop. Save. Refresh. There's a couple of missing ones. Why are they missing? Why is that missing? Ah dear. Is it because? Oh, it's because. Okay, let's think about this for a minute, because this is gonna be. This is frustrating. The issue I've got is that the scroller that I used is putting these prefixes in. Let me just have a look. The crawler that I was using was now this is PHP Storm, so it's not really going to know about this, to be honest. Is there anything I can do in Pi web copy? Because now I'm starting to think maybe I need to think about how I've done this. Maybe there was an easier way. Some sort of options I could pass in. Okay, respect the robots, saves web pages, CSS, JS. Is there any configuration I can pass in? Project folders, project names, proxies, from Pi web copy import, beautiful soup. crawler options. Common settings and errors. Okay. How to save a single web page. How to clone a whole website. That's configuration. If there was a way I could do it where it's not actually downloading the so we've got zip folders, delete project, load CSS, load images, load JavaScript, overwrite to overwrite existing files if not found, log file, project name, project folder, bypass robots. Bypass the robots. No, I don't need to do that. So my problem with this is that it was creating all sorts of prefixes. So I could either use this and then run it through, say, a command that a Linux command to go through each file and then remove the prefixes from the file names, but then I would still need to go through all the code and update that, which is tricky. Yeah. Then you can access several methods like webpcrawl. Okay, web copy, and it's remove prefix. Is true by default. Will delete the complete project folder. The URL prefix of the static folder will be registered. Okay, strip prefix. Remove the specified prefixes from URLs. No. How to remove prefix and suffix of a given. No. By a certain amount on. This is true. Will default. Aha, what's this? File name present. Check if a file name is present in the URL path. Let's have a look for prefix. Here we go. Prefix is null. Refactors a file name in a path and modifies it according to its needs. What is this? Aha. Okay, that's fine. That's about the prefixes. That's refactors file name. Internal okay, good. Return tuple containing refactored file name and its start position. Not really what I was after. Developers learned. So, I've got some options to play with here. One is, do I run some sort of script to remove the prefix off of all of these things, and then run a script to remove all the prefixes in the HTML? Some sort of sed command, I would imagine, because it's getting quite frustrating that that it isn't yeah. Oh, this is annoying. Let's have a look at the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 underscores. So if I created a script that went through all of these and then deleted of the. They look like the same sort of pattern set. Yeah, they do. And then ran another script that went through the actual code and replaced. Say, let's have a look at one. Say, typically I would find one that doesn't have anything. The blog would have some. Pick a random page. Yeah, so like that needs to be changed, and then that needs to, find like things like this. It's going to be quite an awkward task to do. I was hoping that I would be able to find something from the options of this PyWeb copy, but I can't seem to see any kind of how to save a single web page. No. Is there any homepage? No, the homepage might. This is where I was just at, wasn't it? I'm now going round and round in circles. Huh. Project folder, project name. Properties and methods. APIs which web page object exposes after creating through the method. Hey, thank you very much. It's Emily. Hey, Emily. Thank you. And you've set the emojis off. Boom. Thank you for following. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. A file path. Save assets. Okay. Scraping support. Scrape requests. That's fine, Emily. No worries. Spanish. Nice. Whereabouts in Spain? If you don't mind me asking. Just say south or north. How to save a... I bet it's nice and warm. Not like here in the UK. He says, I am wearing shorts because there was a little bit of sun this morning. So I'm starting to think that I might have to readdress my Python. Okay, so this is all the stuff. Debug is false. Writes the trace output to a log file. The content to console directly. Make a zip archive. Delete the project folder after making the zip. No, okay. Load CSS, load images, load JavaScript. Overwrite to overwrite the existing thing if found. Allowed file execution. List of allowed file extensions shortened by readability. Okay, fine. Log file. Project name. The name of the mirror project. Project folder. Define a base directory to store or copy site data. And then this is the danger zone apparently. Change these. Okay, so this is the HTTP headers and bypass robots. So it doesn't look like there's any way I can tell it to not interfere with the actual file names of these things. Which is a shame. So I think I'm going to need to do some fancy work with string manipulation, I think. Let me think. So, where are we at now? We're on the books thing. This is where we're... And the problem is that... here, right? There's a bunch of books that I'm missing. And if we went over to here, we can see that there is... like that one, for instance. And this is because this one doesn't have the prefix and this one does. So PHP in action, I think, would refer to... we go to assets, we go to images. It would be in shop, and it would be one of these things, which is very difficult to... So unless I removed all of the... yeah, let's do that. Removed all of those. I just want to have a quick Google for Linux. Remove string. Remove from file name. Removing part of the file name or multiple files in Linux. Okay, for file name in in here, file state to do, file name, or continue. So if that isn't a file name, then continue, then move the file name that you found to test. Okay, so you said E. And I would suggest that you do it this way in bash. First of all, you said E instead of E. Find, rename. The thing is, I need to find these things based on a pattern, right? Oh dear. Oh, there is a rename command, of course, but I am trying to turn my old website into a static site, and it's proving to be very, 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 very complicated, very difficult, which is very annoying. There's loads of stuff here. And the blog is going to be terrible to do. Yeah, because the blog, look at all that, that's loads. At least we've got a pattern to work with, so let's look at that. So we want to remove the first part from file name. Rename sfoo. Okay, can I provide that? Yes, I can provide that with regex. Alright, I think I'm going to play with one file and then just see. So we'll bring this up. Actually, let's do it in that mode. We'll have a play with one file and see how that goes. I think that's probably wise. So if we did code, how to code well, and I think I called it legacy website. Let's go into the build, and then let's go into how to code well, and let's take, for example, the assets, and it was shop. No, it was images. Sorry, and then shop, and then do an ls. So we'll take this one, for instance. So we'll do rename. Do I have a rename on here? Probably not. Can I do sed then? Unless I can do brew rename to install it. Unknown command. Is it Mac brew install rename? Of course it's brew install. There we go. Yes, I am a teacher. I'm a freelancer and a teacher. So I teach coding and web development. And I've been trying to build my new website, the new howtocodewell.net website, for a long time. And I would like to put it live at the end of this year. So I'm kind of in the process of archiving the old site. Ah, you do see. That's cool. So I don't know why this is taking a long time. Come on. Why is this taking a while? And then I guess what I would need to do is something like so S and then slash, and then that's the regex, and then that's the on all files. Don't know why this is taking a while. Yeah, this is I've bitten off far more than I can chew here. Typical me. There we go. Okay. So what was all that? That looks good. So there we go. Now it's installing all the bits and pieces for that. So whilst this is going on, let's just have it. Oh, it's done. Good. Typically I'm getting impatient. Okay. So we need to do rename. Okay, cool. And first of all, let's pick on a file that I want to play with. We'll pick on the first one. So it's kind of like our rename, and then it is S, and then that would be dot asterisk, and we're doing it so it's up to the point. They're doing it, I think, up to the point of the foo. So let me just try. All right, let's just go up to the point of that, and then that would be, you would escape that. So you would escape that, and then you would escape that. And then you would do that, and then here we would do 1, 3, 7, 307 dot pong. Right. So let's try that. Now let's do an ls. And where are we? Yes, we've done it. We've removed it. Wonderful. Doing regex live on Twitch is always something that makes me nervous, but we have. So this one here used to be a number and then underscore. And what I've done here is I've said, let's do a rename of anything, including underscores, of this, and rename that. And I've renamed it to this, which means, hopefully, fingers crossed, I wish can I just make that a bit smaller just so I can see what I'm doing? Because it's a bit, let's put it on new line, rename. There we go. Let's just make that a little bit. There we go. So now I can see it on one line. So let's remove all of this, and then let's do this to all dot star or star dot. Right. Let's do it. No matches. What about that? Let's do an ls. Still not good. Okay, let's do all the pongs. So dot. Oh, it's star dots, of course. Star dot pong. So let's do an ls. So all the pongs are now renamed. Let's do the JPEG dot JPEG. So yes, now they're all renamed. Sweet. Okay, so now if I was to go back to here, here, hopefully, if we refresh this, we've got that book. Woohoo! And we've got all of them. Yay! Apart from this stuff down here. All right. So yeah, I use a variant of resources: Bitbucket, GitLab, GitHub. Yeah, it really depends on what my client needs are at the time. Okay, so now I need to do icons, and course. Yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna shoot off and grab a cup of tea. I will be back very, very shortly. Okay. So, so that nice little bash script here can rename the files, but it doesn't rename. Well, we need something that will rename the go into the code and do a strip replace. Oh, this is. I have really bitten off far more than I can chew here, and I'm starting to regret it. What's the better? There must be a better way of doing this. So at the moment, the website's running in a Docker container. Using Symfony. I guess I could just archive that, but it would be handy to have it as a static site. So I either need to push on and get this done, and just stop whining and complaining, and just go through every single folder and tidy everything up manually, or I stop and I accept the fact that that I lost. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. There's just so much to do here. Replacing the file names is fine. I can do that. That's no biggie. It's going into the actual code and actually tidying things up. I tell you what. Let's go through the assets. Let's tidy up the assets first. I think that's probably the better solution. And then from there, I can then see what is wrong with all the bits and pieces. So we've done the shop. Let's now do icons. So let's come out of shop and go into icons. So that's that. Oh, there's only one icon. I can just do that manually. Refactor, rename, remove that. Come on, remove that and that. And then let's come out of that and go into icons now. Icons. Do an ls and then do a rename. What have we got? Png files here. PNGs. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. How to Code Well. I'll put the link down. There you go. Okay, so that's done. The icons are done. Let's do the course. It's just course, so. And what have we got in here? These look like JPEGs. JPGs. Oops, what's this? It already exists. Oh dear, what have I done? Udemy Docker intro. Hands on Udemy Docker intro. Oh, it's because there was underscores in that file. I'm gonna have to be careful with that. I think that covers it all. What's 4? Okay. Yeah. Fine. shouldn't that be called Python for Beginners tutorial and then 4? Have I gone and screwed this up to the point where I can't? Yeah, I think I've gone and messed this up. Yeah, let me refresh this. Let's just, let's... oh dear. Can we... No. I want to go back. Can we do git revert or something? Roll back on that. Yeah, this is in course. So we roll back. Oh, hang on. What have I done? Git, roll back. So that's fine. That's fine. Images, Discord. That's fine. The shop. Oh dear, I think I've gone and screwed up my file names for the courses. Yeah, I think I have, because this... that should be this one. I'm going to have to do this manually now, which is something that I was trying to avoid in the first place. Okay, motion. It's Docker in motion. This one here. Features, what was that? Title. Udemy. That was manipulation. Oh dear. You know when you try and do something really clever and then when you do it, you go and make it worse than what it was originally. So I'm looking for features, which is there. Wow. Can't believe I'm doing this. Python microservices. Not sure where that is. Docker intro. What's that? That's the intro PHP MySQL jobby. Oh, hang on. Is that the same as... Have I just gone and messed this up? PHP intro. Should be PHP for beginners. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, structures. Where's that? Structures. Looking for the end of structures. Structures. Here we go. And this is because I've gone and removed the regex that I was using has deleted everything around the underscores, and these had underscores, so it screwed that up. Do we have title? T. Here we go. I think that might be... Oh, we got the basic to do. Basic, BBB. Intro, Python, motion, features, manipulation. Here we go, the basics. AWS S3 console should be there. Yeah. AWS, that's fine. Okay, I think that's that. So the course is done, icon is done, icons are done, shop is done. This needs to be changed to. Refactor, good. Okay, so that's the images done. CSS now, that's done. We'll rename that as well, so that's base. Okay, good. And there's an issue here. I wonder if I can just do this as imports. Let's try that, import. The shop, probably not. It's at import anyway. And then, oops. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's that done. So the assets are done. I think. Interesting that I don't have any JavaScript though, but that might be a problem for the future. Okay, so I guess it's not because it would pull it in. Okay, so the blog is a beast, and I think I'm going to have to tackle that sort of on its own. Courses. God. Yikes. Luckily, these are hyphens and not underscores, so I could work through these. These are all, by the way, these are the tutorials of the courses, of some of the courses. The new site will have all the courses because it's got a content management system and an API. This is just all static. Okay, let's go into Docker for Beginners. So cd into courses. No, where am I? Come out of that. Go into courses. There we go. ls. All right. Let's have a look at what is it? Docker for Beginners. Docker for Beginners. Do an ls. Okay. Let's do the rename again. And this is .html. Has it done anything? Yes, it does. Yes, it has. Good. Okay, that's looking fine. Let's go into Linux Bash for Beginners. Do the same thing. Make sure that they're all hyphens, and I think they are. That's good. So let's do that. Yep. Okay, let's now go into PHP CLI. Okay, let's rename that. Has it done anything? Yes, it has. Excellent. Let's now go to Python for Beginners. Let's rename those. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's now go down to that level here. Docker for Beginners, free, hands free. These really need to be in their own folders, I think. So this really does need to go into the index. Hands free pro Linux Bash for Beginners. PHP CLI. Yeah, so this one, Docker for Beginners, should go into here. But that should be called index.html. And then same with this one, hands on microservices. Although no, that's just a page, so that's fine. So we should be able to just set that to be HTML. Free is also a page, just a page. So that's fine. However, I'll come back to those in a minute. PHP CLI is in here. This should be the index for that. index.html. Linux Bash for Beginners should also be in here. And that should be index. And then Python for Beginners should be in there. And that should also be index too. Refactor rename. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, so let's get back to the other things. So let's break those off. Then we've got Pro, Free, Hands-on Microservices, and then the actual index. So these need to be in their own directories. So we'll do Pro here, Pro, and we'll copy that into there. And this will be also index. And this free needs to be new file free in there too. And that needs to also be index. Refactor rename. Okay, hands-on microservices with Python needs to be, we'll copy that, needs to be in its own folder. And that goes up to there, and that is also in the index file. Okay, nearly there. Okay, index is done, because that's the index of this whole directory. Okay, so the courses are done. Discord is done. Discount, Udemy. Okay, so that's hands-on microservices with Python. That needs to be the index file for that. PHP control structures. These need to be in their own folders, like we've had before. Let's get rid of the numeric stuff behind it. The alphanumeric stuff. I guess once the structure is done, it's a case of then going into the code. But this is just a classic case of a developer, me, going, oh, this is just going to be easy, this is just going to be very quick, and I'll just do it. But it's taken me so long to do. I'm still debating with myself whether or not this is the thing to do. I just hope that when I eventually get this live, well, no, I won't say it. I'm just. Can I? Oh, hang on. No, it's not that. Sorry. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I just hope that the site, when it goes live, is going to be not very featureful, right? But I just hope people will appreciate the amount of time that's spent to do it, and the blood, sweat and tears, because it's, yeah, anyway. It's a big old thing. Big old thing. Oh, hang on. Hands on my mic. Have I just, hang on. Have I, whatever that is, needs to be the same as this. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so we can delete that now. Good. Alright, so PHP control structures, that's the next one. So we're going to rename that. And we'll paste. Does this need to be in Udemy? Yes, it does need to be in Udemy. Directory. I had a bit of a freak out there. I thought, is this the right thing I should be doing? Copying these in this directory, but it is index. And then this one, refactor rename, copy, and then we will create a new directory called that, and we'll paste that in, and we'll change that to be index. Oh my word. Alright, so that's the structure for the courses done, and the discount, and the live, and the shop. We've got books. Okay, so again, we need to do this. So let's rename. We can do this through the script. Let's do that. So let's go to. All right, where are we? We are. Whoops, PWD. We are in Python. We're in the courses, aren't we? So we need to come out of this and go into shop. Go into books. It's there. Now let's rename all of that, and then that should, sort that out. Now we do need to create this for, we need to create a directory for each one of these. So AWS, that goes into there. We need to have CSS, that goes into there. We need to have, what do we need to have? We need Docker, new file, Docker. So these are all the books that I recommend. Docker. And then we have HTML. Gosh, there's lots of them, isn't there? It goes up to there. Sorry, I'll get to your question in just a second. And then Linux. That goes up to there. We got another one, which is MySQL, MySQL. Yes, I am indeed. Where are we? Did I just hang on? Whoa. Yes, I did. Although, hang on. Did I just? Oh, concentration. I need a new directory. There we go. MySQL, however you pronounce it. It's MySQL. Needs to go in, and also Python too. Now I need to go through each one of these folders and replace that with, or rename that to be index, and also this one too. Let's do F6, Shift F6. Let's just do this. It'll be quicker. Yay! Tell you what, I'm learning a lot of shortcut keys today. Sorry, there was a question. I'll get to it in just a second. Index. And last, and then this one. Index, and then Python. Why is Python outside of the books? What's going on? That's not right. That needs to go inside the books. Because this is the structure of the site. So it needs to... the structure of the old site. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to the comments. Let's drink some tea. Green tea. Is Emily is saying PHP is interesting. I am looking for a new language to learn, but I don't know if to learn Java. I hate Java. That's the reason, because I want to learn or assembler, because I want to study electronic engineering and learn that it's useful with microcontrollers. Python. Python springs to mind with microcontrollers because you've got a Pi board. I'll quickly Google it for you. Pi. It's MicroPython. That's what I'm thinking of. No. Off. MicroPython. That's what I need. MicroPython. Yeah, check this out. Micropython.org is the best place to go. If you take a look at the docs, you'll be able to see they've changed reference for the boards here. MicroPython tutorial. There's a network internal file system, getting MicroPython REPL. Power control. Yeah, take a look at MicroPython. Let me just get to the... Paste that in. If you're playing with microcontrollers, and then this... Whoops, sorry. This is the page that I'm currently on. In fact, the reason why I'm so excited about this is because of this. I actually have a microcontroller board here. Let me just unplug it. Yeah. Get into the talking mode. Check that out. That's my Pi board in its case. Oops. And that is controlling some LED lights. I had this crazy idea. I haven't implemented it yet, but I had this crazy idea of creating a Discord bot, not a Discord bot, sorry, a bot that listened to code commits and listened to the build. And if the build failed, because if you had automated testing running when you were to merge stuff into, say, the develop branch, then that would trigger off a light in my office. But I haven't got around to that. Sorry, let's go back to the code. You don't need to see me. There, sorry. There we go. Now I'm getting warnings saying I've ejected that improperly. Okay. Right. So that's the directory structure for the shop, for the books. Good. Subscribe. That's done. Okay, so I need to create a new page. Sorry. What's that? What is that? What is this? Ridiculousness. Just to double check, have I got those? Of course, go to assets, images, courses. So do we have Udemy Docker? No. Okay. Good job I've got this. Let's put that in. So that should be refactor rename. That's a bit of a happy accident, I think. Do we have hands-on microservices in Python? No. Paste that in. That's my microservices Python course that I did for Pact. That was a good. I enjoyed doing that. And then this one is, I guess this is just the Udemy logo, is it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's put that in. And then this one here is a Skillshare logo. So we will refactor, rename, and get rid of all of that rubbish. I kind of need to do this anyway. Remove all the prefix stuff because it's indexed in Google, so I kind of need to follow what it was like. So we can now get rid of that folder. That can go. Goodbye. And here we need to have an about page. So we're gonna create a new directory in here called about, and we'll paste that in. That needs to be index.html, and the same goes for contact. So index.html, and the same goes for contact. So we'll create a contact. Okay, I think the structure is done, apart from all of those all the blog articles. Wow. And I think I'm gonna have to create a script to go through all of these, because this is nuts, like all of that. So yeah, I think I'll leave the blog for now. Right, now I've gone and screwed up an awful lot of stuff because I've changed and renamed all the bits and pieces, and ideally I would like to have a script that I could run through and do like a find and replace. So if I was to do this in, say, PHP or Python, I would have perhaps an array of known things. And then do a sort of a strip replacement. It's probably how I would do it. The thing is, I could just run the whole script through a whole file through a script and just say, as long as it hits this pattern, then remove this. But I don't want to remove anything that I shouldn't remove, if that makes sense. And then I need to work on all of this stuff, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they've decided to do that when I ran that script, but that web scraper. There's so much to do. Could I do this through Bash? Quite possibly. Yeah. I could do this through Node as well. Let's just have a look. Let's just see if we can get something working. And then I guess it's a case of updating that array. So bash loop through let's just start it. Let's just do it. Let's just do rename.sh. Okay, so we have paths. And I'm thinking that we have an array of paths and we iterate through each one. We read a file. So hang on, let me think about this. So yeah, this is going to be a big old thing. I don't know if I can do that. It's going to be a big old thing because essentially it's going to be like let's get back to the code. Sorry, it will be, if I was to pick one out just randomly, it will be something like typically I've picked on the file that doesn't need that. Typically, okay, something like that, right? So we need that. So that is the path. I'm starting to think that maybe Python's better for this. I think. Because then with Python I could create a dictionary. Maybe that would work, because then a dictionary I could have the key and the value. So if this was, let's say this was Python, it's not, it's Bash, but let's just say it was Python, then it would be something like that, and then that would be the key, and then its value would be this. So I want to find this and replace it with this. That's essentially what. All right, let's try that with Python. So instead of rename.sh, let's do. I'm not sure. I need to think about that. Yes. Just looking at the time, it's nearly coming up to 6. I think what I'll do is I will leave it there. I need to think about this. Think about whether or not this is a good idea in the first place to do this. The thing is, there is so much to do with this project. And I'm feeling a bit annoyed with myself because we haven't done any of this today. We've just done my crazy idea of trying to get the existing site into sort of a static thing that I can use as a backup. And I did foolishly think that I would be able to do this today. And we can't, because I ran out of time. And I reckon if I was to put an estimate to this, it's probably going to take me another day or so just to get this wired up. So I'm not sure whether I want to invest any more of my time in this. I don't know. Anyway, I need to shoot off and get my dinner. So thank you ever so much for watching, and also a massive shout out to Mr. Bit3 for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. That's brilliant. Really appreciate that. But in the meantime, take care, everybody. Happy coding. I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.